The Thursday walkthrough brought to you by Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics. Welcome back to the Thursday walkthrough. Martin O'Donnell here, joined as always by Coach Lovie Smith. And Coach, it's always good to sit here after a win. And, but one of the things certainly more important in the scheme of life than winning a game last week was really, launching the fundraiser to help support Bobby Roundtree. Please, you can find the information online. But what led to you kind of being so intimately involved in kind of the launching of that and the establishment of the trust for Bobby?
Well, it was hard not to be involved when, a member of the family is going through, a tough time, to say the least. And it's something that he'll be fighting for a while. So when when you can help people that you care about, you just start looking for ways to do it. And one thing that we did need is funds for his care later on. And it didn't surprise me at all on how much people just stepped up to donate to raise an amount of money that we didn't envision would raise that quickly. But of course, Bobby is appreciative of it, and it's something that we expected.
Well, and it was really wonderful just to see, him up there on the scoreboard. I think the team started playing a whole lot better ball after the message from Bobby on Saturday. But what we talked about a little bit after the game, third quarter, what kind of flipped the switch? I mean, you kind of used that terminology. Was it guys just waking up? Was it one play? What in your estimation was it?
Well, I think when we went back, Martin, we watched the video. I mean, it didn't go exactly how we liked, but the guys were playing hard. We just didn't make a few plays and had a couple bad plays that went against us. And I think experience also kind of teaches you what you can do. It's how you finish. It's about 4 quarters. We've been in a situation where we haven't played our best ball in the first half, but have come out in the second half and played that way. So it was a similar mindset at the half. We knew what all was at stake, and guys really did flip the switch and came out and played a lot better.
Well, and, we've sat here and talked several times about the linebacker play, and obviously, this week, Dele Harding was named Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Jake Hansen's gotten national honors for Defensive Player of the Week against Wisconsin. What does it mean for those guys in particular, but also the program, to have some of that national recognition for the things that the Illinois defense is doing this year?
Well, I think it means an awful lot, and especially for linebackers. Dick Buckus, played at the University of Illinois. His statue is out in front of our facility. So linebacker play is pretty important to us around here. And for Jake Hansen and Dele Harding to be recognized that way, they're playing statistically, if you just look at it, they're playing as good a football as any two linebacker, combination in college football. And when that's where you're supposed to go on how guys play, not reputations you have beforehand, but how has someone actually played, and they both played great ball.
Well, and a couple of big plays on the offensive side of the ball coming out of the receivers, Donnie Navarro with a fantastic catch, and then Josh Amador-Bebe scoring another touchdown. It seems like, that's something he does with regularity. What does it mean to have those two guys really step up, with Trayvon being hurt and with Ricky not being available the past couple of weeks?
Well, it means a lot. And we know going in, we're going to have opportunities in the passing game. We're a running football team. Teams have to gang up on the run, which would put us in favorable positions against defensive backs, one-on-one situations. And on it's receiver versus defensive back, and we have to win those. And we won. We're winning our share. Yes, Josh Bebe, of course, has. And Donnie Navarro has just come out of nowhere, and it seems like each week now there's a big play that he's making.
Well, and the guy delivering those passes, Brandon Peters, I mean, what words would you use to describe his play so far this season?
Consistent. What we expected to, more of a phrase, the type of football we expected him to play for us, made good decisions. And, sometimes you can just look at the numbers and you try to determine how someone has played. It's so much more than that. And then for us, offensively, it's about ball security. And Brandon has done a good job with his decision making and has put us in position to win a lot of games.
Well, and you've been pretty open this week in talking about that this is an important game against the Michigan State Spartans. Obviously a team that's been consistently ranked over the past decade or so with Mark D'Antonio there. What are the points of emphasis that you have for the Illini this week as you look forward to a big matchup in East Lansing?
Well, when you go on the road against a good opponent, of course, it's a big game for us. It's a big game for them. We're both fighting for, postseason position and all of that. But we just got to continue to do what we've been doing. We went on the road a couple weeks ago against another good team, but I feel like we're equipped to do that. Primarily stop the run on the defensive side of the football and run the ball on the offensive side, and just ball security. All the things we've been doing this third quarter of our season is what we'll try to continue to do this week, and if we do that, we'll be victorious again.
Well, Coach, really looking forward to the game this weekend. Hopefully we can keep the streak going. Just have a couple of other questions for you. You know, I kind of sit down throughout the week and I try to come to you with the questions that I have about larger things. And so, I mean, you know, they have electrical outlets, but why are they called outlets when you plug things into them?
Well, it's a good question.
Thank
but
you.
I mean, you're getting something, a volt, energy is coming out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that that's probably the reason why we're getting something out. It's more about what we're getting from it, what they're generating out. That's what I would say.
Okay, I'll allow it. The last question I have is, you know, I'm sure you've experienced this where, you know, you go and you have a really good night's sleep and you wake up the next day and you see somebody and say, hey, well, how'd you sleep last night? You say, I slept like a baby. Why do we say that? Babies don't generally sleep through the night.
Well,
it should be like I slept like a teenager. I mean, something
no,
like that.
I'm going to go with you on that, Martin. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. But you just think of babies as being peaceful. Sometimes they are. Most of the time not. And of course, you being
you haven't been around babies too much recently.
Being a recent father, you may know a little bit more about it. But from my long-time memory back then, I can remember, you know, some of our children sleeping pretty peacefully, and I think that's probably the reason why.
Okay. Well, you rationalize that pretty well. Congratulations. Well, Coach, thank you for your time, and thank you for stopping by the Thursday Walkthrough. The Thursday Walkthrough brought to you by Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics.
Looking for a card that gives you more? Illini Visa Rewards Card. Earn points every day to fly any airline, anytime, no blackout dates. The Illini Visa Rewards Card. Available only through U of I Community Credit Union.